Welcome back, everybody, to Southside Boy Style. Just keeping you updated on what's going on in Ottawa with the trucker protest. Some new information that I found out today from searching online from other sources. Remember, as always, this information is not coming from me, it's what I read on the internet daily. One thing that I read today was Candice. I don't know if I'm ever saying her name properly. If it's Bergen or Bergen, I'm going to say Candice Bergen. She pushed Aaron O'Toole to back the convoy. She's saying there's good people on both sides, and for him to be a voice for the truckers, in a sense. I thought she would do pretty good, anyways. As I said before, I like her. I like the way she stands out in Parliament. I like the way she questions Trudeau. As I always said, I'm not against Trudeau in any kind of way. Just that there needs to be more voices. There needs to be opposite sides to make decisions in our government. But I do like her as a politician. I think she can do a good job. I hope she one day becomes the actual leader of the PC party. You never know what could happen in future. None of us do. Some more information that I read. You had to forgive me, I'm doing this live, so there's no editing happening here. Some more things that I've read is the Ottawa protesters vow to stay in face of mounting opposition from city and businesses. The organizers of the Freedom Convoy have indicated they plan to stay in Ottawa until pandemic-related mandates are repealed, despite more police officers being deployed downtown in anticipation for an increased demonstrations over the weekend. Over the past week, there's been mounting pressure from the city for policing efforts to be ramped up, as some business owners say the protesters are doing more harm than good. Any protest like this, you're going to hear this, you're going to read this. And yes, I know some things do happen in protests. Some are good, some are bad. And unfortunately, that's the way society works in protests. It's not always all going to be perfect. Unfortunately, as I've always said before, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want anybody to feel vandalized in any kind of way. But things happen. But Ottawa Police Services announced Friday morning that 150 more officers will be deployed in the downtown neighborhoods. In a surge to contain strategy, it will increase enforcement of all criminal acts related to hate, harassment, assault, intimidation, and mischief through intelligence operations and investigations, including into those who are funding the protest. I'm not quite sure what that means, including those who are funding the protest. Does that mean they're going after people that's funding or donating to the cause? I'm not exactly sure. I guess that's something we're going to keep reading up. Does that mean people are going to get in trouble for helping them? I don't know. It's what I'm reading. And they're going to be enforcing every unlawful act, including traffic violations, will be fully pursued regardless of origin, police said in a statement, adding that they are absolutely committed to bringing the protest to an end. So the police are committed to bringing the protest to an end. I thought that would be up to the protesters when they decided they were finished, but they're saying they're going to try to end it. Public Safety Minister Marco Mendicino announced late Thursday that the RCMP has approved all requests from the Ottawa Police Services to address the convoy that has taken over the city downtown core. Now I have a video, I have a little clip here, and I'm going to play it for you guys, but I'm going to read this to you first. Trudeau previously told reporters that he has no plans to call in the military to help Ottawa police contain or disperse the protest. So he's not going to call in the military. In the video clip, he doesn't actually say no, and he doesn't actually say yes. He just says you'd have to be completely certain. You guys will see the video.
I'm left unclear in understanding whether you think the military, though, is an option. Are you saying that you would be, or you are entertaining, or could be the next Prime Minister Trudeau to deploy the military within Canada for such a demonstration?
There were questions a couple of years ago around military when it came to other protests that were blocking critical infrastructures. My answer then is consistent with my answer now, that one has to be very, very cautious before deploying military in situations engaging Canadians. It is not something that anyone should enter in lightly. But as of now, there have been no requests, and that is not in the cards right now.
Ottawa police say they are looking at closing bridges and highway off-ramps while incoming protest trucks will be directed to designated parking zones outside the downtown core. So that means they won't even be able to protest in the downtown core by the Parliament buildings. Illegally parking by demonstrators could result by law enforcement and removal and impound. Well, that will be a complete mess. Try to get rid of all those trucks, right? Yeah, where are you going to store all those to? I don't know how that's going to work. Don't know how that's going to happen. I don't think you really got to worry about that one much. It's also been said that more protesters are coming throughout the weekend. Police expect 300 to 400 more trucks to arrive in Ottawa this weekend, along with up to 2,000 more people on foot and roughly 1,000 counter-protesters based on intelligence information. I don't know where they get their intelligence information to, but that's what I'm reading right in front of me. Another thing I read is the protesting that's happening in Ottawa has actually ramped up a lot of inspiration for other countries to do the same, and a lot of other countries are trying to create a plan to their own freedom convoy to demonstrate against pandemic measures and vaccine mandates. So yeah, we're headlining, I guess, in the news, and people are seeing and hearing it, and I guess social media too, right? Social media is a big part of getting all this out there too. I'm not doing this to get this anywhere or get this out anywhere. I'm just doing this as I read information, as I see information, and I'm just doing this to put it out there so everybody else can see it. The only thing that I don't understand about this is, okay, so everybody that's protesting now in Ottawa, there's protests happening in Ontario all over right now, right? It's not only Ottawa. Focus on other provinces too, because they're having demonstrations too. But what I don't understand is alert levels are starting to go down. So they're bringing alert levels down and kind of letting loose on the reins a little bit. And I don't understand why they can't do something for the truckers. I mean, the way I look at it, I'm not a trucker. I'm for the truckers, but I'm not a trucker. And I order things online. I get my groceries just like everybody else do, buy my clothes, everything. We need truckers. We need the transportation to keep things flowing, keep the economy going good. But what I don't understand is why can't they do something for them? As a trucker, they're in their trucks. They're not picking up passengers. They're not, I mean, basically they spend like 22 hours of a day inside their trucks. I don't know how it really works. I guess they drive for a certain amount of time, stop, eat, sleep, do their logs. They're by themselves most of the time. I don't understand why something can't be done to help those truckers with these mandates, with these new mandates that they've enforced. I mean, we can go into grocery stores right now. We don't have to show proof of anything. We don't have to give any information. We can go in, buy our groceries. We can walk into Walmart or whatever and buy what we want. No questions asked, as long as we got our mask on. I don't understand. Why not help the truckers out a little bit? U.S. and Canadian side, right? I don't understand why this has to be such a big deal. But I'm not a politician, and I don't know the way the world works. I don't know what their thought process in that, but I feel there could be something that could be done for them. Again, like I said, I mean, truck drivers spend most of their time in their truck by themselves. How is that dangerous for you and I? It's more dangerous for us to be shopping out around in public, than what it is for a trucker to cross the border. They're not bringing people over, they're bringing product. That's just my thought process. That's nothing I'm reading. That's nothing I've looked at. That's just my own thought process. I can't see why more can't be done to help the truckers out. I can't see why they got to do this 5-day vaccine thing. 5-day quarantine when it comes to crossing the border. I don't understand. I can get off here right now and go out and buy my groceries, and I don't have to say nothing to nobody. I don't have to quarantine after, don't have to quarantine before. I can just do that. So can you. But those truckers can't do that. And they are by themselves. When I leave my home, I can take whoever I want with me to go purchase groceries. Nobody's going to ask me anything. Nobody's going to stop me. Nobody's going to do anything. Just my thoughts on that. That was my little rant on the whole thing there. Everything else I just read. That's just my thoughts and I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, and I'm going to try to bring this picture up. Oh, look at that. I dropped it right in a perfect place. See, it's all live. I got no editing happening here. So yeah, so Candice Bergen. Yeah, so she's asked O'Toole to support, in a sense, the convoy. Speak out with them, talk with them. So now she's in charge. And again, like I said, you know, I like her. I like her views. I like her politics. I like how she always jumps at Trudeau every time there's something being said. She's spicy, so that's why I like her politics. So yeah, she's asked O'Toole. I'm just going to bring this up here now. Yeah, Bergen pushed O'Toole to back convoy, saying there are good people on both sides. Interim Conservative leader Candice Bergen pushed protester Aaron O'Toole to show support for the Freedom Convoy protest, arguing last week that there are good people on both sides. So that's pretty decent. That's pretty cool. I have a good opinion on Candice Bergen. I will get her last name correct. I will figure it out, okay? Right now I'm going to say Candice. So Candice, I like the way she's pushing forward right now. And again, I hope she becomes the actual leader of the PC party. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I gotta take her away from here now. See, this is what happens when it's unedited. But I mean, there's still a lot going on. The protest is still going strong. Everything is still in full swing, and I've been reading that I don't really understand, but I've been reading they've been saying that the convoy has been slowing down. They're not getting as many people, but that's not what I'm seeing. That's not what I'm reading. You just heard me say earlier when I was reading it out, there's more people coming over the weekend. I don't know why certain news outlets are trying to downplay all this, but it makes sense, right? It makes complete sense why they would. It's the government making them do it. Orders pay it. I don't know. I'm just me here. I don't know anything. Forgive me. I'm just bringing you up some pictures. So yeah, I mean the protest is still going strong. Everything is still going strong there. I'm surprised that Trudeau hasn't kind of relaxed his decision yet, but I still gotta say I hope he do. I hope that he do change something, because you know I keep going back to, why can you and I go to the grocery store and do what we want? We can leave our home, do what we want. Just wear a mask. Truckers are by themselves. I'm like a broken record here, but that's just what it is. Sorry guys, just trying to remove that off the screen. I hope something good comes from this soon. I really do. And I hope that these truckers can get some work back in. Let's get the economy flowing again. And because this country sure needs it. We all would like things to get back to normal. Everybody would. And as always, I feel for all those protesters, whichever province they're in. They're outside, it's wintertime, it's cold. Uh, right now, I live in Newfoundland. We're having a huge snowstorm, up to 55, 60 centimeters of snow in the next couple days. That's like, I don't know, close to like 30 inches, I guess, in for you American people that's watching. But yeah, so that's all basically I got to report for now. And as I find more information, there's lots of stuff I read, but I can't be sure of the legitimacy of it. So I only bring out what I know is actually what I'm reading is legitimate, and that's the way I'll always do it. I won't bring out stuff that I'm not 100% sure about. Some of these social media sites seem to stretch things out a little bit, and I don't like to do that. I'm just going to give it to you raw as it is, good or the bad or the ugly, as they would say. And you guys can interpret from that whatever you get out of it. Um, don't forget to check out my last video. I posted a video, I think, yeah, it was prior to this one. I posted a video basically of the Canadian landscape. It's just a nice landscape video, and I got a bunch of information put in there about Newfoundland, or sorry, about Canada, and about Canada's beginning, where Canada came from. I put a lot of facts in there about Canada, Canadians, all kinds of information. So when you're done watching this video, you can just check out this other video prior to this one. And if you want, I'll leave a link in the comment section, down below the comment section. And as always, please like and please subscribe. It helps me in my channel, and that's what brings you guys information. And right now I'm not on my regular schedule for what I do on my channel, which is a automotive channel, and I just feel right now this is more important than what I'm doing here by myself. When it comes to Canada and things that happen in Canada, I'm happy for the good and I hurt for the bad, because I love Canada. I'm a proud Canadian, and we are all so lucky to be living in Canada. A lot of other countries are living in horrible situations, horrible standards, and I don't really agree with a lot of things that be said against Justin Trudeau or any of the prime ministers past, right? There's been some good and some bad, right? But they all have to be a certain way. I don't agree with this mandate for the truckers, but they all have to be a certain way, and they're all making decisions on certain things, and they're not always easy, and it's not always going to be easy. But yeah, so check out the next video, and I'm sure it'll bring you back around and show you how beautiful of a country that we actually have, and how lucky we are to be Canadian, and we all should be proud to be Canadian. And also, to those people that are protesting, you should be proud of yourselves as well, because to keep Canada the way Canada has always been, that's one of the major ways to do it, is stand up to the government. Stand up for your rights, stand up for your freedoms, and I respect all of you that do that. I wish I was in a situation where I could do that more, but unfortunately I'm not in that situation. And to all you out there that do that and stand up for your rights, it's not only the trucking protesters. There's so many groups out there that do good for Canada. I'm not saying the government does bad for Canada. The government do. If I was here to list out the things that I know that the government does good for us Canadians and for people around the world, there's more good than bad. And please try to remember that. There is more good than bad. And most times our government is here for us. And I've proven that time and time again. I've seen it. I see it every day around me in my situation and where I'm living and where I'm from. And the government is there for a lot of people. Don't hate on all government for what's happening right now. you know, it's that age-old expression. It only takes one apple to ruin a bushel, right? And I'm not saying Justin Trudeau is that bad apple. I said before, like, I like Justin Trudeau. I honestly do. I can't sit here and lie to you and say I don't, because I do. I think he's a decent prime minister. I think he holds Canadian values at heart. And of course, I don't agree with all the politics. I don't agree with all the politics, but nobody is. Nobody will ever agree with all of it. And that's just the way life is. My issue right now, some things I won't get into. That's other videos that even I don't want to take on. But, you know, I don't agree at all with what's happening to the truckers. I do understand a portion of certain mandates and certain safety precautions that we are taking in this situation. We all have to keep safe, and we all have to keep other people in mind. But again, I'm all for the truckers, and stay safe, everybody. And I'll see you on the next video. Please like and subscribe, and check out my latest video.
Cut.